Hello guys, and welcome back to the Blue Company London YouTube channel, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at a timepiece from my personal collection, the DOXA Sub 300 Searambler. After owning this watch for a year, going on multiple trips with this watch and wearing it nearly every day, I wanted to give my personal views on the watch and share why specifically I chose the Sub 300, what I have loved about this watch and why it has been the perfect everyday watch for me. The history of the Sub 300 stems back to the 60s, when DOXA noticed a gap in the market for an affordable diving watch for enthusiasts, and because of this, introduced the Sub 300 in 1967 at Baselworld, making it the first purpose-designed diver's watch that was widely available to the public. It was water resistant to 300 meters and featured a unidirectional bezel with a dual scale for depth and dive time. The Sub 300 was a true success for the brand and helped establish DOXA to a wider audience. For a more detailed video on the history and specifications of the Sub 300 and 300T, be sure to click the icon on the top right hand corner, which will direct you to our comparison video of these two models. So, why the Sub 300? Whilst the history of this watch is fascinating and is one of the main reasons why I was attracted to this timepiece and the brand, what really made me fall for this watch was the design language and aesthetic of the Sub 300. From the beads of rice bracelet, to the patterned no decompression bezel, to the pops of orange contrasting with the silver dial, to the domed sapphire crystal, this watch has that 60s allure which I absolutely love, whilst also being unique and different to every other diving watch on the market with its retro cushion case. I selected the Searambler specifically as I loved the full silver appearance, with the stainless steel bracelet, steel bezel and silver dial, with the subtle pops of orange that adds a contrast of colour to the watch. The full silver look adds to the vintage allure, and for me, as someone who wears a mixture of blacks, greys, whites and navy colours, silver matches all of these colours perfectly, meaning I can wear this watch with pretty much anything. Another reason was my location. Living in London, where watch crime is at an all-time high, I needed a timepiece that felt special and high quality, something that made me want to wear it over my more mainstream pieces, whilst also still being an under-the-radar watch to not attract the wrong type of attention. My second reason for selecting the Sub 300 was the high quality feel this watch has and how it feels on the wrist. The overall build quality of this watch makes for a very robust and solid feel, as you would expect from a diving watch at this price point. What I love the most is how DOXA has managed to maintain the vintage allure to this timepiece without using false patina or false aging materials. Not that there is anything wrong with this, however this is not my personal style. Coming with 300 meters of water resistance, this watch has plenty for me, as this watch will only ever see the water once or twice a year in the holiday season. On the wrist is what made the decision for me, especially when selecting between the Sub 300 and 300T. The Sub 300 wraps around my 6.5 inch wrist perfectly, especially with the end links that taper straight down, as opposed to the Sub 300T that bulges out slightly. This for me made for a much more comfortable wearing experience, and when looking down on your wrist to see the stunning Searambler dial contrasting with the orange accents, it is hard to not want to wear this iconic timepiece. With the Sub 300 being so unique in design language, it makes for a very interesting timepiece that is still an under the radar watch that has something special about it. After 1 year of ownership, and this watch being on my wrist the majority of the time in 2024, I am still fascinated by this timepiece, so the Sub 300 will definitely be sticking around for the foreseeable future. What are your thoughts on my Sub 300 Searambler? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this style of review, be sure to hit that like button and we will see you in our next video.